Hello dear learners, today I welcome you all for the discussion on MCQs from pharmaceutical chemistry from the chapter diuretics. From diuretics, the first question is, drug which increase the urine flow are known as diuretics, local anesthetics, general anesthesia or tranquilizer. Tranquilizers, local anesthetic, general anesthesia, these are to be dealt with the central nervous system. So the correct answer is it is diuretics. Now before proceeding to the next question, I would like to tell you all after this MCQ session or previous or before this MCQ session, all the MCQ series videos, I will request you all to first go through the videos which I have added in the description box. The link I have added, please go through that because I am taking these MCQs from those videos point of view. I have given you the tricks to remember the classification of different classes, different categories. Then the drugs, their mechanism of action I have covered. IUPACs I have covered. So you will become familiar with those first, and then we can start with the MCQs, which will give you the better understanding. That means quick answers you can come up with. So first I will request you to go through the videos and the link I have shared it in the description box. Whatever are the topic related videos are there. Next question is, very potent or loop or high ceiling diuretic is dash. Whether it's a furosemide, whether it's a triamterene, whether it's ammonium chloride or calcium chloride, the correct answer is it is furosemide. According to the classification of diuretics, furosemide or furosemide is classified under the class very potent diuretics or loop diuretics or high ceiling diuretics. They are called as loop diuretics because they act on the Henle's loop. They are called as high ceiling diuretic because they are the most effective diuretics amongst the all classes. They produce the highly effective diuresis. Next question is, dash diuretic produce significant loss of potassium. Significant loss of potassium will give rise to the side effect called as hypokalemia, which is the major side effect of diuretic drugs. The options are it is chlorothiazide, mannitol, urea or all of them. The correct answer is it is chlorothiazide. Chlorothiazide is a thiazide diuretic as well as furosemide also produce significant loss of potassium, which will give rise to condition hypokalemia. To recover that hypokalemia, we need to supplement it with the potassium supplements like KCl. Next question is, which diuretic contains furan heterocycle? The very famous furosemide contains furan heterocycle, as you all know. Then other options are spironolactone, hydrochlorothiazide, urea. Amongst these, the correct answer is it is furosemide, which is also known as furosemide. Next question is, anthranylic acid derivative amongst the given is dash. Whether it's furosemide, spironolactone, hydrochlorothiazide or thiourea, the correct answer is it is furosemide. Anthranylic acid, that is benzene ring, NH2 and COOH. Next question is, which of the given is the brand name of furosemide? Whether it is tebemide, whether it is Cotaril, whether it is Valium, whether it is Benadryl. So Cotaril is of urea, Valium is of diazepam, Benadryl is also not there. Tebemide is the correct answer, which is the brand name of furosemide. Furosemide is again a highly very important drug from the exam point of view. The other brands along with the tebemide are Lasix, Exnadash-K, Fru injection, Frusenex, etc. Next question is, hydrochlorothiazide has a dash effect. Whether it's having soluretic effect, whether it's having synergistic effect, whether it's having additive effect or cumulative effect, the correct answer is it is soluretic effect. Soluretic effect is nothing but along with the water removal or along with the increasing urine flow, along with water, sodium and chloride will also be lost. So along with this, sal means salts. So along with the water, sodium, chloride as well as potassium will also be lost. The phenomenon or the effect is known as sal-uretic effect. So which of these drug so hydrochlorothiazide as well as furosemide, thiazides and moderately potent and very potent diuretics have the sal-uretic effect. Next question is, IUPAC name of hydrochlorothiazide is. Now coming towards the structure of hydrochlorothiazide, the first IUPAC, if you will see, now this hydrochlorothiazide and chlorothiazide, what is the difference? Chlorothiazide and hydrochlorothiazide is 10 times more potent than chlorothiazide. Why? Because whatever this is the 6th position where chloro group is present. Now if you will start the numbering, this one double bond between 3rd and 4th position is not there. So because of this 3,4 dihydro, so because of which the activity increases 10 times more than that of chlorothiazide. Now it is 6-chloro, 3,4 dihydro, 2H. Now this is 3,4 dihydro and 2H. This is the indicative hydrogen and this is presence of saturation, dihydro. The 6th position chloro group is there, 1,2,4 benzothiazide. Benzo means benzene, thiazide is containing sulfur and nitrogen, and 1,2,4. First, second and fourth position. The location of sulfur and nitrogen. First position sulfur, second position nitrogen and fourth position nitrogen. So it is 1,2,4 benzothiazide. That means this benzene ring is there and it is thia and aza. 7 sulfonamide. Now this is SO2 NH2 at 7th position, 1,1 dioxide. 1,1 dioxide. The correct answer is, it is first. Next question is, brand name of urea is dash. Whether it is Glucosafe, Medcheck, Formin or Cotaril, the brand name of urea is Cotaril, and the other brands of urea along with the Cotaril are, Cotaril is present in the form of cream, other brands are Moisturex, Skin Dash, KR Cream, etc. Next question is, which is a aldosterone blocking agent out of the given agents? The options are, it is spironolactone, amiloride, urea and mannitol. The correct answer is, it is spironolactone. Next question is, loop diuretics are also known as dash. Whether they are very potent diuretics, high ceiling diuretics, both of them or none of them. The correct answer is, it is both of them. Loop diuretics, they are known as loop diuretics since they act on the loop of Henle. They are known as very potent because the dose required is very small, and they are very effective, highly effective. High ceiling diuretics because they produce the extensive degree of diuresis amongst all the classes of the diuretics. So the correct answer is, it is both of them. Next question is, therapeutic applications of diuretics are in dash. Whether it is in edema, yes, it is in edema because accumulation of body fluids, accumulation of water or accumulation of fluid in the body parts, you can call it as. Then glaucoma, yes, it is effective in glaucoma to relieve the glaucoma or relieve the intraocular pressure. Then also it is effective in toxicosis. So the correct answer is, it is all of them. It is also effective in edema, glaucoma, toxicosis, that is removal of toxin process. The next question is, moderately potent diuretics are also known as dash. Whether they are known as thiazide diuretic, whether they are known as high ceiling diuretic, whether both of them or none of them. The correct answer is, it is thiazide diuretic. Moderately potent are also known as thiazide because thiazide diuretic contains the suffix thiazide. For example, chlorothiazide, hydrochlorothiazide, they contain the suffix thiazide, because of which they are also known as thiazide diuretics. Next question is, carbonic anhydrase inhibitor is dash, whether it's amiloride, spironolactone, acetazolamide, or none of them. So according to the classification, carbonic anhydrase inhibitor class includes acetazolamide. Along with acetazolamide, it also includes methazolamide. Next question is, which of these is a old-time diuretic? Whether it's amiloride, spironolactone, acetazolamide, or ethacrynic acid. The correct answer is it is ethacrynic acid. Mercurial diuretics and ethacrynic acid both are ancient time drugs, so they are known as old time diuretic. Next question is, dash is used in hyperkeratosis. Now hyperkeratosis, that means high level of keratin. So it is an abnormal thickening of the skin because the keratin layer goes on accumulating. So this condition arises, that is hyperkeratosis. So which of these diuretic is used in treatment of hyperkeratosis? Whether it is amiloride, acetazolamide, spironolactone, or urea. The correct answer is it is urea. Urea in the form of 10% cream, it is used as an keratolytic agent. So keratolytic agent is used in the treatment of the condition hyperkeratosis. Next question is, dash diuretic is used as a diagnostic agent, whether it's an amiloride, acetazolamide, spironolactone, or mannitol. The correct answer is it is mannitol. Mannitol is also used as diagnostic agent to determine the GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate. The next question is, dash diuretic is used in barbiturate poisoning. So again the correct answer is it is mannitol. Mannitol is also used in case of barbiturate poisoning such as phenobarbital, methobarbital, etc. Next question is, moderately potent diuretic amongst the given is, whether it's amiloride, acetazolamide, spironolactone, or chlorothiazide. So it is very simple. The correct answer is it is chlorothiazide, because moderately potent diuretics are also known as thiazide diuretics, and the drugs which contain suffix thiazide, that are thiazide diuretics, that means moderately potent diuretics. Next question is, to balance the hypokalemia. Now hypokalemia, if you will split the word, hypo means low levels and kalemia means potassium. So it is the condition wherein the potassium levels are really very low, and this is the major side effects of all the diuretics approximately. So to treat this hypokalemia, we need to give potassium supplements like KCl, we need to give sodium supplements like NaCl, or both of them or none of them. The correct answer is we need to give the supplements, potassium supplements like KCl, which will overcome the condition called hypokalemia. Next question is, absence of double bond between third and fourth position of chlorothiazide is. Now just now in previous questions we discussed that chlorothiazide and hydrochlorothiazide are thiazide diuretics. Absence of double bond between third and fourth position, which we discussed in the IUPAC of hydrochlorothiazide. Now this absence will increase the potency 10 times more. So the correct answer is it is C, that it is responsible for increasing the activity 10 times more in case of hydrochlorothiazide. That means absence of double bond between third and fourth position of chlorothiazide is 10 times increasing the activity of hydrochlorothiazide. Next question is, Aquazide brand contains, whether it's acetazolamide, spironolactone, hydrochlorothiazide, or all of them. The correct answer is it is hydrochlorothiazide. Hydrochlorothiazide is a thiazide diuretic which is included in the Aquazide, or Aquazide brand contains hydrochlorothiazide. Along with the other brands of hydrochlorothiazide are Hydride, then Acidrex, etc. Next question is, Diaminomethanone is dash. Whether it's a urea, chlorothiazide, mannitol, or all of them, the correct answer is it is urea. Urea is also known as diaminomethanone, or it can also be called as diaminomethanol. Next question is, very potent diuretic acts on dash. Whether they act on Henle's loop, whether they act on PCT, whether they act on DCT or collecting duct. The correct answer is it is of course Henle's loop, because very potent diuretics are also known as loop diuretics, or they are also known as high ceiling diuretics. Next question is, edema causes dash. Whether it causes accumulation of water and fluids in the body, whether it causes the not only accumulation, it causes also fluid buildup in the body, both of them or none of them. The correct answer is it is both of them. Edema is the accumulation of water and fluid in the body, or you can call it as a fluid buildup in the body also. Next question is, IUPAC name of furosemide is dash. So we'll go to the structure of furosemide. The correct answer is it is for, since as you all know the features that it contains furan as well as antranilic acid derivative it is. So the suffix is antranilic acid. So this is the first possibility that it can be the IUPAC. Then others are at fourth position, presence of chlorine is there, first, second, third and fourth. And at fifth position sulfomoyl is there. So the correct answer is it is 4-chloro N-furfuryl. When furan is along with CH2 it is furfuryl, 5-sulfomoyl antranilic acid. Fourth position chloro, fifth position sulfomoyl, and it is N-furfuryl antranilic acid. This benzene ring COOH and NH2 is antranilic acid, CH2 and furan is furfuryl, SO2NH2 is sulfomoyl, and this is chlorine. The correct answer is it is 4-chloro N-furfuryl 5-sulfomoyl antranilic acid. With this we finish with the few of MCQs which are possible on the chapter diuretics. Thank you.